Hello and happy Easter, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well on this Easter Sunday, which is when the preview is coming out. And this preview is about the really important game on Easter Monday when the Mariners host Bradford City. I say it's important. It's so important that Town get a result this time because if they don't, they're going to get even sunk more into the mire. Um, both sides haven't really had a great time, and I think um, we need to we need to turn up, especially home games. And like I said in my review of the Barrow game, we need 3 wins out of our last 3 home games. We need that. Um, People are saying, well, we might need 4 points because of Sutton's run and things like that. You can't think like that. You've got to think we need this many points. We need more points than we might need. Because if you go in with the mentality like because we've lost to Barrow and because we've lost to Wrexham, people are thinking, well, yeah, but look what the teams below us have been able to do. And so this game against Bradford is so important. On the other hand, Bradford are woeful. They've been woeful uh, recently for Graham Alexander. I've seen a lot of their fans probably calling for Graham Alexander's head. I mean, their pitch is probably at the minute one of the worst in the league, and for a club like Bradford, you're shocked at that, really. But they really are woefully out of form. So it's one of these games. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. If you are going to it tomorrow, I will be there. And it's a 1 o'clock kickoff for anyone that is going. Remember that it's 1 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. So we're the early kickoff in League Two. And both sides need a win. I think Bradford need a win to stabilise things. We need a win to come off after losing the last 2 games. But one thing Grimsby need in this game as well is we need a performance as well, because the last 2 games we've been flatter than a pancake, really. We've gone down with a whimper in both games. So this game against Bradford is so important. Again, I'm going to use Soccer Punter for my stats and figures and all that sort of stuff. And just to sort of crack on with this now. Bradford City have lost 4 of their last 5 games. That is how bad form Bradford have been in. But they did win last time out. Where big for them. They'll want to back that up with something coming to Bundle Park. But they're not in good form. But like I said, they've still got the machine that is Andy Cook, in regards to he always seems to score against his former clubs, and he's done it on a few occasions against us as well. But they've got good players at Bradford. It just hasn't clicked for them. Whereas in Grimsby's recent form, the last 2 defeats, obviously, 2 draws and a win in there. The win was against MK Dons. I like Grimsby do pick up wins when you don't expect them to do. I think they've got to do that again before the end of the season. They've got to win a game that you don't expect them to. So form-wise, Grimsby have got it for them. They've picked up obviously more points than Bradford. But it's one of these games that if again, I keep saying this on every preview, we've got to impose our game on teams. We've got to impose our game, because I just feel the last couple of games we haven't done that. This game we do. In the last 14 games between the sides, we haven't won. 8 wins for Bradford, no wins for Grimsby, with 6 draws. So 57% of the time, Bradford wins. So we've not beaten Bradford in the last 14 games. Shocking, that. Grimsby, so much so, we'll take you through the last really 5 times we've played Bradford. And it was back to 2022. We got a 0-0 draw in the October. On the 4th of January, Bradford won 3-2. We drew 1-1 in September 23. We've also then lost 2-1 to Bradford at Blundell Park in the trophy. And also the concern is with this game is that our record's shocking, going right back to 2007, and that was a 1-1 draw and a 2-1 win for Bradford at Valley Parade. So odds would say we might get a draw today. That'll probably be the favoured sort of thing. If you do want a little bit of a punt on this game, you can get Grimsby at 8-5 at some places, Bradford City at 13-8, and the draw is 5-2. I know what people will be tempted to probably take, especially in Town's form lately. If we go through a few of the stats before we go into a little bit of team news, or that I think David Artell may do. Obviously, Bradford's longest winning run is 4. Again, another stat which I've already spoken about. Only 1 game for our longest winning run. Our losing streak is 4. Theirs is 4. Average goals allowed, 1.33 for us, but 1.33 for them. West at 1.74. Average goals scored, nearly 1.5 goals a game for us. 1.2 for Bradford. Their biggest victory was a 4-0 win. Their biggest defeat was a 5-1 defeat. They've missed 3 penalties. Grimsby have missed 2. Grimsby have scored 3 penalties to Bradford's 2. And own goals 1 each. And we can take the Bradford have come back to win 2 games. Grimsby have come back to only win again the once. Andy Cook obviously is Bradford's top goal scorer. Danny Rose is ours. He scored 14 for the season. Danny Rose, 12 in the league, I believe. Rahan Tulloch is the top assist maker for Bradford City. I think what will happen, hopefully Danny Rose will be back. I believe Danny Rose will be back for Bradford. And also former bantams player Charles Vernam could also make a return. They did return in the game against Barrow. I honestly don't think that David Artell wanted to play Danny Rose at all at Barrow, but I think it got sort of so poor that he had to. And when Vernam and Rose were put in, we did look marginally better. We sort of upped the tempo. Our tempo has been flat the last couple of games as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if you see Vernam and Rose put back in the side. Who would you drop? I think I think Wilson's going to get dropped for Rose, and I think anyone could be brought off for Vernam, because we need that width, and that's what Charles does give you. He gives you the width. He gives you some outlet, which at times this season we've struggled with. I don't think we've used the wingers or the wing backs to the best extent, and I think bringing those to win will obviously help. Having Danny Rose in the side, when he's not there, you know he's not there. You can see he's not there. Justin Abiku has done a exceptional job. I think it's 3 goals in his last 3 games. So Justin is doing himself a world of good, you know. But it's everything else in and around that. The midfield, I think Gav has got to come back in. Gav just gives you some kind of... his passing may be average sometimes, but you know, it's like the midfield 3 we played at the weekend, the middle 2. It's just not the same without Gav in the team. I think Gav has to start tomorrow. So those are the 3 changes I'd make. I'd definitely bring Gav back in. I'd bring Chaz in, and I'd bring Rosie back in. Which obviously, I think if all those 3 aren't done, I will be absolutely shocked, because we need a result on Monday. We need a result. There's no getting away from that. And I mean, the table basically proves this. You know, Town need a result. We cannot be relying on other results, and like the last couple of weekends have shown, you know, it's proof of that. In that time, we've lost 2 games, and Colchester and Sutton have picked up 4 points for Colchester and 6 points for Sutton. Or Sutton have picked up the last 9 points. So you can't be reliant on other teams. You've got to do the job yourself, because at the moment Grimsby lying 21st with 39 points, 8 wins from 39, 2 wins from David Artell's 21, 15 draws in that time, 16 defeats, 50 goals scored, 68 conceded, on a minus 18 goal difference. And Bradford City had a torrid time lately. 14 wins from 40 games, 11 draws and 15 defeats, scored 48 goals, conceded 53, a minus 5 goal difference. It's a game that we need the points from. The last 3 home games we've got, I think we need to win all 3 of them. Ideally, we should. You know, we've got some winnable games. This is classed as one of them. But I'll class it as a 50-50 game. And again, it's all down again to imposing our game on the opposition. We're not doing that enough. We're trying to do just enough. But I also feel like we're waiting to see what the teams below us do. And we can't do that. We've got to take the bull by the horns, and we've got to pick up a couple of wins. Like I said in my review of the last game, Artell, that's one of the smartest things Artell has said. We need to start winning games. We've got to, because if we don't, it's going to be all, you can't rely on Sutton losing the last the next 3 games. You can't do that. You can't rely on Colchester not picking something up. Like I said, so this game is going to be interesting. My prediction for this game is I really, really don't know. Because I don't know what Grimsby we're going to get. If we get the Grimsby that played the last couple of games, then we're losing. It's plain and simple as that. If we have a team, the togetherness like we had against MK Dons, and the kind of attacking belief we had against Notts County, we could win this. This is difficult. Bradford will want to back the win up. We need a win, really, to try and pull ourselves a little bit clear. I don't know. Am I favouring a win for Grimsby or not? I mean, majority of our wins have come at home. Well, nearly all of them have come at home. I'm going to go for the win only because we need it. It's not because I don't know whether I really think we're going to. I think I'm doing it more for the fact that we need to. Well, I don't know. I don't know the score. I think I'm going to go. If we play with dominance and we play with belief, I think we can win this 1-3-1. I do think Andy Cook's going to come back and score. I really do. He seems to 9 times out of 10. But we need goals, and I have a feeling I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go Rosie, obviously, to get one. I'm going to get Gav to get the other one, and if need be, I'd love Chaz to get one against Bradford. So mine to get the 3 goals is Chaz, Rosie, and Gav to get the 3 goals. For us, I think Cook will score for Bradford. It's a former side of his, so he's going to want to score against us. But this isn't said with any confidence. This is said because we need a result. And if we don't, we could drag ourselves even more into the mire that we're already in, you know. So they're my thoughts, guys. I want your thoughts on this game. What do you think? Do you think Andy Cook's going to come back and torment us again? Do you think we're going to win, or are you hoping that we're going to win? There is a difference between the two. Leave your comments down below for me and all over my social media, and let me know what you guys honestly think. Are Grimsby going to finally get a win, and only the 5th win of Artel's reign, or are we going to be sat here at the end of Monday afternoon going, oh no? I'm only going for the win because it's my side. I'm saying 3-1 with no confidence. Hopefully the lads can change my mind, and we believe from the minute we step in there, the minute we get out. So leave your comments down below. Let me know. Do you agree with the changes that I've made? Like I said, I bring Rose back in, I bring Vernam in, and I bring Gavin to the middle. Leave me your team down below as well, what you think will happen. So please do like, please do share, please do subscribe. I'd love to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the season. Hopefully you guys can help me get to that. And let's hope for a good one. And like I said, I'll be right behind the boys from 1 o'clock until the end of the game. Let's all get behind them and see what we can do, and just hope we turn up and again impose ourselves onto Bradford. So like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button. That'll let you know when I upload the review and upcoming videos as well, heading into the end of the season. So do hit that like button, do hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys for the review of the Bradford game. Let's hope that we end up getting the 3 points, because we can't rely on other teams doing the job for us. We've got to do the job ourselves. I'll see you soon. Up the Mariners, and let the nerves start shredding until afternoon at 1 o'clock. But if you see me at the ground, by the way, come and say hello. Let me know your thoughts on that, and we'll have a good chat about what needs to happen going forward with the Mariners. Until then, guys, we'll see you soon. Bye bye for now. Up the Mariners. You can see I'm trying to be upbeat, but as well, happy Easter, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.